Good afternoon, sir. I'm Nathan Jennings with ADP.
All right, Adrian, how are you doing today?
Doing good, Adrian.
All right,
It's a good day.
that's good, it is.
Oh, here's my business card. If I can ever provide value to you or your business, then you have my contact info.
All right, well, have a seat, Nathan.
Thank you.
What can I do for you today?
Well, just seeing how your weekend is and how things are going. How was your weekend?
It was good. Got to get away from the office, so it was really good this weekend.
Yeah? Did you do anything exciting?
Not out of the ordinary. Read a book.
Yeah? What book did you read?
I actually forgot the name. Let me remember.
Business book?
Yes, it was. Oh, it was The Irresistible Offer, Mark Joyner. So.
What kind of book was it? Like marketing? Or?
Yeah, it was marketing.
Oh, okay. I got plenty of those I've been trying to read up on. But
Yeah.
I haven't heard of this title. What was the name of it? One more
The
time?
Irresistible Offer.
The Irresistible Offer. What did it talk about?
It just talks about crafting, an offer that's irresistible to try to get people to buy your product. So
Wow. I need to read that book.
yeah, you do. It's
Might help me out.
definitely a very good book. So might help you craft that irresistible offer to get me to buy ADP today.
That sounds like a good goal. Maybe we can swap products.
Maybe.
Well, would you tell me a little bit about how you got into the business you're in?
Well, I've been in the banking industry for maybe 10 years or so. I worked my way up. Started out at Bank of America, actually.
Oh man, I did too. I worked at Bank of America.
Did you?
14 months.
Oh, very nice.
Which branch were you at?
It wasn't here in town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was back in Texas. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I understand. And so from there, where'd you?
Eventually, I worked up to being branch manager, and then I thought, well, let's see what we can do. So I found a local bank here, got plugged in, and then
Yeah.
I got promoted to president. So
That's awesome. So you have your own location. Are you over another location or just this one?
we actually do have a location in Oklahoma City also. So
Okay, so you're in charge of both of those?
yes.
So you do a little bit of commuting every week, or
Not every week. It's probably I go to Oklahoma City every other week or so.
every other week, just to check up on them?
Yeah.
Do you have like another person in charge of there when you're not there?
The branch manager. We have one here also, though. So.
Oh, okay, so you're the president, but there's people over both of those. Okay, so is that working out pretty good for you?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
We're kind of getting a little busy. I guess the economy's picking up a little bit. So.
I hope so.
Yeah, we do.
We've both been waiting a long time for that, haven't we?
Yeah, business has been really slow. So.
Yeah, especially maybe for the banking industry.
Especially with the regulations.
I understand.
It's just crazy.
So would you tell me a little bit about the needs of your business? Like if there's anything you can think of?
Again, just overall business has been pretty good. We're growing, and that's great. So
Okay.
just, I guess, making sure that we're capable of sustaining that growth.
I forgot to ask you, is it okay if I take notes while we're talking?
Completely fine.
Okay. So you're just looking to sustain the growth
Yeah.
that you're on? Okay. So what kind of, do you feel like you're on a sustainable path currently?
For the most part. Again, just with some of the things like Obamacare coming up, I'm not really sure if I can hire the staff that I need.
I feel like that's a worry of a lot of businessmen, a lot of small business owners, because they have to pay the extra health insurance costs. And it's a big, I hope it doesn't hurt our nation from hiring,
I hope so too.
So it's a big concern of us all.
Yeah.
But is there any other concerns besides that?
Again, business has been great, so I'm not.
Okay.
Other than that, no.
Would you tell me a little bit about some of your processes, like as far as payroll maybe? Like who handles that?
Well, we have a payroll, one HR individual that handles payroll for both locations. Currently, we're using Paycom.
Okay, Paycom. I've heard of them before. Are you satisfied with them?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Are they? I know a little bit about them, but are they cloud based?
If they are, we don't use that.
If you are, yeah. Okay.
So we just used a website.
Yeah. So have you ever been on the road and felt like you would need to access your payroll?
With the fact that I just have to approve it.
You just have to approve
it.
it. So your HR individual takes care of it.
Yeah.
And then you just look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. How long would you say you individually, like personally, spend on payroll?
For me to approve it, maybe 30 minutes.
Maybe 30 minutes? Yeah. Okay. And what about your, do you know how much time your HR specialist spends?
I believe it is an hour and a half, I think is what she was telling me, so.
An hour and a half? Does she currently like your system?
She seems to be
Paycom?
satisfied.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, well, great. So, do you ever feel like, you mentioned you only spend 30 minutes on payroll every week, every 2 weeks. Is that how you do it, every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do.
So, do you have to be in at the office in order to approve payroll, or?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So I just do it. Generally, I allot that last hour Thursday nights.
Thursday nights to do it? Okay. Do you, has there ever been a time when you were traveling though, maybe to a banking conference or anything like that, and you couldn't access your computer?
Not that I can think of. I think there was one incident where I couldn't approve it, and I just went ahead and let the HR individual.
Tell me a little bit more about that, if you don't mind.
I was in New York for something. I can't remember what for.
Okay.
And I couldn't access it. I guess the internet in the hotel was down, so
Okay.
just made a call to the HR individual, went ahead and approved it. So.
Let me ask you this one last question about Paycom. Do you feel like they will help you grow your business?
I mean, for the most part, yeah. Like I said, I'm generally pretty satisfied. I can't think of really anything that
Okay.
would be.
Well,
an
no
issue.
problem. Well, it sounds to me though like if you're wanting, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're wanting to grow the business. Would it be in your long range best interest to go with a company that's always trying to adapt and be better? Do you feel like that would be something that you would need?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. It sounded like that one time you went to New York, you had to call in and you couldn't approve it yourself. Did that bother you at all? Worry you in the least bit?
Yeah, it did a little bit just because I didn't get to look over it. But
Okay.
I mean, it happens. So.
Okay. Well, have you ever heard of a cloud-based system where you can access payroll from anywhere, anytime?
I'm not. I mean, you mentioned cloud-based earlier,
Mhm.
but I'm not familiar with any companies that do that.
So do you know about the whole concept and how cloud works?
Yes. I do.
Okay. Okay. Would it be okay if I just share with you real quick how maybe ADP could benefit you and your bank,
Sure.
especially since you want to grow?
No.
Okay. What do you know currently about ADP?
Payroll service. That's about it. So.
Okay. Well, great. That's a great start. We are a payroll company,
Okay.
but it's not everything we do. We also have HR. We can basically what we focus on. Sorry, I'm getting a little off track here. But basically, what we focus on is if you have a smartphone, iPad, a laptop, you can access your payroll anywhere, anytime, and that kind of creates for you like peace of mind, freedom. Do you ever think? Could you ever see yourself using your iPhone to just look over payroll real quickly?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing about getting things on cell phones and on tablets and whatnot is the security. I mean, what's to keep one of my employees from coming in and taking my tablet or something while I'm out?
I understand.
So.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you have a smartphone, first of all?
I do. Yes,
Okay.
iPhone.
Do you have a lock on your smartphone? Do you have to put a code in? Okay. Do you keep your valuable, like your contacts, all your bank friends' numbers, your family numbers? You put all, do you ever think about someone could access your passcode and they can get all those numbers?
I haven't really thought about that.
Okay. Well, that's a great concern. The security. We have an encrypted password that we ask you to change every month. Something that you can remember real easy, and that way, like no matter what, only you will have it, or maybe your HR specialist. But other than them, they would have to have the password, and only you can give that to them.
Yeah.
You mentioned, you worked at Bank of America. I did too. I kind of learned the value of everything being secure, keeping customers' accounts secure, their checking accounts, their numbers, keeping all that secure because we live in a pretty dangerous age where people get hacked. So that's a great concern, and that's one of our top priorities is security. But let me ask you this. How many employees do you have currently?
Between the two branches, we have 35.
35 employees. Okay. And that includes you, I guess, too, as well?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And so, what was I going to say here? I'm losing my track here. But I don't know what I was gonna say. But the ADP though, like besides security, like, what about, let me ask you this, Paycom, did they have, I don't know what I'm gonna say here, losing my track a little bit.
Well, how much would it cost for $35?
Okay, let's start there. Since helping me out. I'm so excited about my partner, I forgot where I was at. For 35 employees, it's gonna be $48.95.
Okay.
I'm sorry, excuse me, that's $58.95.
$58.95.
Yes, every
Price
two.
up and down.
That's no, that's the price. $58.95 every 2 weeks, and that includes handling all the payroll, taxes, plus all the great benefits that ADP offers as well during those 2 weeks.
Okay.
How much are you currently paying right now?
That's what I was about to tell you. I'm currently paying, I believe it's $39.95. I'll need to check with Sally.
$39.95.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like there's a $20 price difference, more or less, right?
There it is. So,
We can both see that.
yeah.
But you also mentioned, if I heard you right, you spent 30 minutes approving payroll. And then, is it Sally, your HR specialist?
Yes, she is.
I don't know if you mentioned that. Okay. She spends an hour and a half, is that right?
Yeah. Roughly.
Okay. Sounds to me that, what if Sally could save an hour, at least an hour on payroll? Would that be worth it? And you save 25 minutes of your own valuable time every 2 weeks.
25 minutes. So you can give me a processing and approving payroll in 5 minutes. Huh?
In 5 minutes, on your cell phone, anywhere you go, anytime.
You know, the thing is, if we take that job from Sally, what else is she going to do?
Well, Sally could do a better job doing what she does. I'm sure she has other responsibilities.
Yeah,
What else does she do
Um,
besides payroll?
that's primarily it. She works with anybody that we have to terminate or hire.
She's obviously over human resources, your employees, hiring process.
Mhm.
Do you ever feel like you wish she had more time to select better quality employees,
Yeah.
decrease turnover?
Yeah.
Well, that's just one benefit, that with Sally's just an extra hour, she can do a little bit, she can focus more on what she does, on hiring good employees for your business. Does that sound like that would be a benefit to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, would there be any other obstacles or objections you would have to?
You know, I don't like making this type of decision about HR without Sally having looked over all the logistics. So I think really at this point what I would like to do is just kind of get this information in front of her.
Okay.
She is out currently until I believe next week. She's actually on vacation, so we had payroll last week.
So she took care of it before she left. Okay. So if I'm hearing you right, you would want Sally to be in the room
Yeah.
before they make a buying
you
decision.
could possibly just meet with her. I don't really know that I have any time in the next week or so.
Was there any time all three of us could get together? Maybe after she comes back from vacation?
Yeah. Looks like it's gonna have to be probably the middle part of next week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday? Okay. How could I when we come to this next meeting, like is there anything that you would like to see during the meeting, like how to explain it?
Definitely, if you could somehow do you guys have like a demo or something that
Yeah,
you can see?
absolutely.
Okay, that I think would definitely be beneficial.
Okay, would you want to see the demo now? I didn't even show you how it works on an iPhone, or I can just show you when I come back.
How about we wait until next week?
Okay,
So,
let me.
she will definitely need to see it. So.
Okay, so Wednesday, what time do you say will work good for you?
Is 9 a.m. good for you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'll be in, I'll have some product information for you, some pamphlets or whatever, and hopefully we'll get you on your way so you can start enjoying it. I just really see this as something that really save you a lot of time.
All right.
I think this will be valuable for you. All right, thank you, sir. Adrian? Thank you.